That swipe worked, right?
It is good.
Sick.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Beautiful.
welcome to this episode of the Wax Toaster with Josiah Blee. Thanks for joining us, man.
It's Josiah, but no
Josiah.
worries. Yeah, no worries.
I don't know why I add the Spanish into it. I don't know
No,
why.
it's okay. I've had people do it.
How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. How are you boys?
Great. It's awesome to have you.
I'm
You're
pretty honored.
telling me yesterday you had a knee appointment? What's going on with that?
Just ever since surgery, my knee's kind of been trash. And I've had a few buddies get their like similar surgery, and it seems like they bounce back a bit better. So I just went in for like a follow-up kind of with a different doctor. And they were saying, I don't know, my meniscus was still kind of poking out in a few places and pinching and stuff. So I'm trying like it's this weird treatment. It's called like PRP. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
No.
Yeah, I didn't do the most research, but I just watched like tons of YouTube videos of people hurting themselves and athletes hurting themselves and using it and it working. So I was like, shit, I'll kind of.
What does it stand for? PRP.
It's like plasma, like rich. I honestly don't know. It's like platelets, some kind of platelets that they inject into your body, and your natural
like stem cells.
It's pretty much like a poor man's stem cell. So it like they shoot in this like stuff into my knee, and then my body's stem cells rush to that area and try and fix it. So, and knees pretty much have zero blood flow. So the serum that they put in kind of gets blood flowing and all the stuff kind of working how it should be. It's pretty wild.
Crazy.
Wow.
That sounds nice.
I thought you were going to say it was like some sort of like physical therapy thing, but it's like an actual treatment that you get injected.
Yeah. So pretty much if I just exercise and do a few treatments, they said I should be able to get back to doing what I love. So that was like A+ for me.
So how long has it been affecting you, the knee problem so far?
Pretty much it's been before surgery, but I thought just everyone had bad knees. And then I got surgery. I actually have different shaped meniscus than most people, which was like I was just prone to have bad knees in a way. Like most people, they have two horse-shaped meniscus. I have like half moons, which isn't good, I guess. And instead of like a smooth cartilage, it's kind of rough. So my knees, when they bend, instead of it being really nice, it's kind of just rigid.
Holy shit.
I just got the luck of the draw. I got shit knees.
Damn. I have a bad back. That's where I run into problems. So whenever I feel a twinge, but the knee thing has never bothered me, but that's so wild that they're just different than everyone else's knees.
Yeah, I didn't really know that until this last update. They really like told me, they just fed me a lot of information that other doctors haven't. And they were just like, yeah, like if you wouldn't have skated or been as active, you would have probably been good. But since you were as active as you were, you kind of just sped up the process of having a bad knee.
Crazy. Is it like, do they like categorize it as like a type of arthritis, or is it just?
Yeah. There was like 3 different stages, and the 4th one was the worst arthritis, and I was like number 3.
Oh shit.
So it was pretty much like anytime I would kind of get active or try and skate, my knee would inflame, which then would like kind of hurt my meniscus more. It would turn it like mushier, not how it was supposed to be.
Is it just the one knee, or both knees kind of give you problems?
One knee more than other, for sure.
So how long have you been skating to get your knees to this point? Because you've been skating for a long, long time, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I hurt my knee first when I was about 21. And then I took like 9-month break and then started skating again. and then just like wouldn't bend the way I used to, but I could still skate. So I was like, this is awesome. I don't care. I won't do like gaps. I'll just grind rails or what I can. Yeah, until it just kind of got to a point where I couldn't anymore. And then I just needed surgery. My knee kind of locked up. I couldn't bend it for a little bit, like all the way.
How long after, how old are you now? When did that happen?
I'm 28 right now.
Okay.
And
are you 93 or 92?
92.
Okay. You're a little bit older than me and TK.
Yeah.
So, but what age did you realize, like after 21, it hurt at one point? Was it like around like a year ago you heard it again, or it was like when did it like get to a new point where you were like, all right, I need surgery. It's not working. I can't even function.
Probably right when I started skating Colts. I was just like skating. I still felt really comfortable, but I don't know, just right around then I started just really having terrible knee problems. And then I did, and it was like, I just do like a sole. It's in one of the edits with Carter. I just do like a sole flat and then like jump over this little rail and land. But the next day my knee just ballooned up. And after that I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of done for a while until I can feel better. You know, it wasn't worth it.
At
it was
that
like
time,
really affecting my work as well, because I needed a place to live more. I like needed to skate in a way.
Did you, when you landed that trick, the sole to gap over, did you know at the time you were like, oh shit, something's wrong?
No, not really. I had like little back patches on. My back was hurting hella bad then, and I was more worried about my back at the time. I felt strong at that time. It was weird. I felt like I was good with my knee. I had kind of found my limits of not overdoing it. But then I overdid it.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's so wild. That's so wild.
I mean,
the back problems are probably from your knees, honestly.
No, that's what I think, because I favor my right leg for so long. And I use my back more to bend than my knees, how like most humans bend, you know?
Yeah.
But I think I just, slowly kind of made my whole body trash.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. My back is really fucked up because of my left knee. So like my right side on my back is just like so like tight always.
Tight, yeah.
So how do you like see some point like in the near future where you're gonna be like back? Because it seems like you're still like trying to get back to just even functioning and skating.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably take like 6 to 9 months, and if this treatment is good, then for sure I'm gonna try and skate hard again. That's like my main goal. I would love to do that. It like kind of eats at me not being able to skate for sure.
Dude, we got to follow up in a couple months and see if the PRP works, then we can recommend it and spread the word.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like trying to be a test dummy for the homies. I don't want any of them to get hurt or on that level, but I want to be like a test dummy of like, this kind of works. A few of, I talked to a kid recently, and then another buddy like 4 years ago did it, and he's like very healthy. So I've kind of gotten confirmation that it works wonders. So I'm stoked.
Dude, that's so wild. That's something like I didn't know anything about that. You could regenerate your knee meniscus. I thought that was like a thing. Wasn't that like the thing you thought? Like,
I don't think if it fully, I don't know if it fully like rejuvenates it, but it gives you what I was reading in the pamphlet or whatnot. It kind of gives you a newer cushion. So because your meniscus is your cushion. So it kind of gives you a new layer of cushion and like a new, I don't know, kind of just like protection.
A new bushing.
Yeah.
And like put a new bushing on top of it. Just like sits on the layer. That's crazy. So is that something that you're gonna have to go like, have they said anything about going back in and like
they pretty much told me to listen to my body, and everybody's different. They said some people get one round of it and they're good. And then some people just never want to feel that injury again. So they go once a year or every 6 months and just keep doing what they love.
Do you do any like ice baths or any other kind of like recovery?
Yeah, I was definitely running ice baths for a while. but not anymore. The swelling's pretty much all gone down.
And yeah, you haven't really been like working it too hard at this point, like mostly just your day job and that's it.
Yeah, I exercise a good amount. I try to do as much as I can.
Is it does it affect you still, like when you're not skating? Is it still like give you a twinge every once in a while or something like that?
Yeah, it's still pretty trashy.
That's a scary
I'm working towards it being good. I have days where I definitely feel like I could maybe grind a P-rail, and I put my skates on, and then I'm like, no, like this isn't a good idea. I just need to wait it out.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Crazy.
Yeah, I saw you post on Instagram skating clips, and you were like, I miss skating. And that's kind of what sparked me. I was like, we should talk to Josiah.
Yeah,
I wasn't saying it right when I first said your name, but
yeah, no worries.
So we got a question from that John Lee sent to Joey for you. I think it's a good point to get into it.
You have your phone on you, right? You can read it.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got, so John Lee asks, your abilities seem almost boundless when it comes to technical street skating. The switch ups involved with the tricks and obstacles are beyond most can fathom. What drives you or pushes you to do, or does it just come naturally?
Fuck, it's a hard question. I don't know. I always enjoyed just skating P-rails. I think it led into when I was super young, I would like watch a skate video and pick 3 tricks that I like fell in love with. And most of them were always switch ups, So I would like go into my backyard or my front yard and put it in grass or whatever and just try those tricks until I would learn them. And I think, just like people over the years influencing me of tricks, like Trevor Tylowski, I feel like his switch up and abilities have like kind of morphed me, and a lot of others through the years, just watching skating. And then also just, I don't know, finding how my feet like to move, if that makes sense.
You've been in skate videos since you were a little kid, like especially in Bay Area videos. When I forget what black down rails you make. I think, is that your first appearance or is there a different one? Or is that the first time you're in a skate video?
I think there's probably hometown videos that we had maybe made, like little kid videos, growing up. But I think Hyphy was probably the first video I had ever made it in that like other people saw, maybe.
So were you living in California, or how did that all come together, and like how'd you end up in that situation?
I had met like this guy Kavika and Shane LaPointe when I was like 11 years old, and I was like horrible at skating. I was terrible at skating, and they kind of just took me under their wing. I think they kind of saw that I just wasn't like scared to jump at things, because I don't know, I was just inspired. And they took me down to California when I was super young. I think it was the Grind and Get Down. I don't know exactly which one. And I skated Matthew Turner's, like these little down rails. And I met like Yvonne and Victor and all those guys. And I think Kavika might have just sent him like a clip or 2 that made it in the outro of Hyphy 1. And then that kind of just started like a connection of all of us kind of hanging out. I think they mainly just wanted to film Shane at that time. And I was just like a shithead kid, like, oh, what's up? Like, oh, so cool. I didn't know they were like as big as they were, I was like fully new to everything, really.
How old are you at that time, you think? Like, is that like that's right at the beginning of skating for you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was like 11 years old. And then when I had the section in Hyphy 3, though, I was 13.
That's pretty wild, dude, that you were a 13-year-old kid in one of the biggest skating videos of that time.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't know it was like a bit, or like, yeah, I didn't know it was that big. I thought it was just like another, I don't know, crew in another city skating, like having fun in a way, you know?
So you were like skating with Sneaky too. It must have been cool to like have someone like your age there too in that moment. Maybe that's why you had that feeling like, oh, it's whatever. He's like my age too.
Yeah, I met him a little bit later. I think I met him when I was like 12. Just in Southern California, and they had came down. I met him and John Marsiglio. And yeah, ever since then, I was like, oh my God, you're like my best friend, you know? Like, we're both little kids that skate.
Yeah, I can see that. You guys get along pretty well still, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. I love that kid.
He's a good guy. Good fucking man. Shout out Sneaky.
So are you in all of the Chance of Rain videos?
No, I think I'm not in the first one, no.
So how did that come together? How did you get involved with Carter and that crew, essentially?
I had like hurt my knee the first time and I stopped skating. And I kind of like, at that point, I had gotten really depressed because in my head at that time, I was like, I'm not going to skate. So I kind of like, I tried to like block it out, you know? I was like, I can't. It made me sad to go out and watch people, you know?
Yeah.
I was just too in my head. So I like stopped skating for like 10 months. And I think Sam was pretty bummed at me at that point, Sam Askin. And he started skating with Carter and JT. And like, yeah, I remember him hitting me up and he's like, man, like you should start skating again. You should come skate. And I was like, oh, my body's too shit. And then he came out, made me skate with the skate park, or made me like skate at a skate park with him. And I was like, oh shit, like I can kind of skate, you know, like it's working, like it's not as painful, you know? So I started skating with like him and Carter and JT a whole bunch. And then we kind of just clicked like immediately. We were like, oh, you want to skate? And we all want to film, and we all smoke weed, and we all have funny conversations, and like, this is great, you know, like, yeah, it was just like really good friendship right away.
So you didn't meet Carter until you're about 20? Is that the right timeline?
No, I had actually, I had known and seen Carter since I had first gone to skate barn. So like 11 years old. Carter was always like so steezy and like, I don't know. He was just really good. We didn't ever really talk. He like I kind of lived in Auburn, which was like an hour or so away. And then he lived in Seattle. So we never like, I don't know. It was so far when you're a little kid, like a whole hour.
Yeah.
So we were just in like two different groups, and like, yeah, I was kind of more of like a park kid, you know, because I just lived near skate barn. I didn't really know better. I was just like, let's go to that place and skate all the time. It's fun. And I think Carter was more of just like street skating right off the bat, you know? And yeah, we just like never clicked. I think he went to college when I like kind of actually started getting okay at skating. And then he moved back, and that's like, I think a few years went by. He made Chance of Rain, won, and then yeah, I was so pumped. We had kind of filmed a lot when he was filming for Chance of Rain, but I didn't know about the video.
Yeah, he moved in silence, it seems like.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear like when you stopped skating, people like Sam were getting like annoyed with you. Not even, it's just like you physically.
No, I don't think he was annoyed. I think he was like bummed because we would kick it all the time. We were like really close friends. We'd hang out every day. And then all of a sudden it was like, I'm not around as much. And I was like, nah, I don't want to hang out. Because it was more of me being like, I don't want to be around skating, you know?
Were you like jaded at skating at all? Would you say like at that point you're like, oh, this is what got me to this point? It's like, this is
no,
stupid.
No. I was more bummed that I couldn't skate. Because that's like all I wanted to do, you know? That's all I want to do. It's like I'm never going to not have the bug. And Sam kind of makes fun of me because it's like the second I feel good, I'm like, oh, let's like, you see that? Like those transfer rails, you know? And instead of like easing into things. I just want to like hurt myself, but not meaningfully.
That's just where your eyes are.
Yeah, I just get excited.
I'm sure you've seen Demetrius George just seem to get back into skating, and it's like he's got the same eyes he did, like I don't know how long he's been out of the game.
A long time ago. Yeah, it's like it never left. I actually had a conversation with him because I was like, how does your body work? Like, how is it still how's it working? Like, can I get like, I don't know,
some tips,
like remedies? Yeah, some tips. Like, yeah.
What do you do? What do you have any like good insight?
I think he wanted to FaceTime me, but I'm like kind of shy. So okay. I was
have you ever
go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna ask, have you ever seen his workout video?
I haven't watched it actually.
Oh, I saw this very long, like maybe like 8 or 9 years ago when I first started
times. This was on Roller News for sure.
Oh, he would do the pistol squat.
And then he ends it smoking a blunt. And he's like, I don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, no, I actually watched that. Yeah. I do remember that.
It's a big video. That helped my legs a lot.
Yeah, I was inspired. I got the pistol squats for sure while smoking.
Yeah, you guys both seem like sturdy men.
We're thicker, on the thicker side.
Yeah.
It's sick. I'm tall and lanky.
No, I'm pretty tiny at this point, actually. I just lost a bunch of weight.
No, I wasn't saying like thick. I was saying like you just literally are like sturdy on your skates. Yeah. It looks like your legs are strong.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's a good compliment.
So me and Joe were talking about this too. You mentioned you're skating razors. Are you going to start skating Rems again now that it's come back around?
No.
Any particular reason?
Many reasons over the years.
I feel like I just lit something up. I don't know, you're smiling.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a much larger story to this that I feel like other people know, so you should tell us too.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked about it too much with anybody because I didn't want to like spread. No, in the end of the day, I want a company to survive no matter what. It's like rollerblading. You know, you don't want to like, I don't know. Encato is personally like handmade skates in a van for years of his life. So I didn't want to like put any bad words on them or, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you had a pro skate with them and that's a big deal, man. I don't like there's a short list of people that have had pro skates with them.
Yeah, that was an honor for sure. It was like, this is the thing with that. If they would have told me, if I would have like gotten a pro skate and they were like, yo, you're not getting a single cent, I would be like, this is an honor. I'm pumped. But I was like, I still am kind of broke, but I was super struggling at that time in my life. And he was like, dude, this will help out Rems. This will help you out. We'll get you royalties. We'll like do all this stuff. He had like, he'd got my hopes up in a way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the skates sold, I remember asking, he sent me like a prototype and then two pairs of my skates, one that I could like put on my wall. I remember asking him, and then one to just skate. And then I remember I skated those skates. And then when it came time to like get another pair, he was like, oh, we don't have any more. So I was like, oh, sick. Like they must have sold, you know? So I was like, is there any like chance I could get like any money? And he was like, yeah, we'll wait till like it all is like gathered at the end, you know, when we like sell all of them, so you'll get a bigger chunk. So I was like, sounds good with me. And then that day just like never came. And then I just kind of got led on like longer and longer. And then it kind of just like put a bad taste in my mouth. And then I like give input on skates, and I had like dope ideas for new skates. And then they all just kind of got thrown under the bus in a way. So I was like, and the skates didn't fit me that well. I would always have to like Dremel them and like fuck the insides up. So I was like, it's not really worth it anymore. And I was like, they kind of fucked me over it. I felt like kind of used, like someone made money somewhere. So I was like, I'll just go skate other skates. And I made like a farewell Rems edit So I was like trying to be nice as well. Like, here's all my clips, you know, like go
I don't
buy
think
Remedyz.
I don't think anyone would fault you for like you
Yeah.
were saying, like put down a company or spread like bad information. It sounds like you got kind of a raw deal. And if I remember right, that was all towards the end of the last time we saw that company, right? Were you the last pro skate that they released? Or did they do another halfie?
No, I think
they give Nils one after you?
I honestly don't know, to be honest. I may have had the last skate. I think it was my skate, then just HR's.
Okay. That makes
And
sense.
then it just kind of
it's just been like HR 1.2, like HR 1.3, I think, or something is the new ones. I don't know. The white ones that just came out.
Crazy.
I was talking to Joey yesterday, and Joey expressed some annoyances with just skating in general and like the way things are kind of running, like as far as like businesses and like dealing with all these companies and stuff. And hearing this story, I think Joey was right. This is exactly what Joey needed to hear. Because I was trying to tell him yesterday, like, dude, everyone that's like in this for a certain amount of time, you get a fucking raw deal somewhere along the line. It's like,
and it didn't really necessarily make me jaded, but I was like bummed. I was kind of bummed just because if they would have went about it differently, if they were like, yo, we don't actually have money and we're just trying to like give you like, you know, like just, I don't know, just give you this dope.
Put your name on it.
Yeah. And also I didn't get to design anything. That's the other thing, which in theory, I've always wanted to ask Mason Richard about this, but I've never got the chance to. I've always wondered if that was his pro skate and then he quit. And then it was like, yo, you want a pro skate? Like in a way, I almost got that feeling.
Huh.
Like what they did to Burston with the bomb?
Exactly. With the J. Yeah.
Huh.
But I never got
confirmation.
I never actually reached out because for a while he didn't have social media and I didn't know how to contact Mason.
Wild.
You might be right, dude. That sounds pretty fucking plausible.
Yeah, I literally scribbled on a piece of paper my signature, took a picture on Instagram and sent it to him. That was like kind of the only input I had.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I always thought that it was like based off of what Brady Johnson used to do, where he would like cut off the tops of the skins and then leave the bottom. That's what it looked like to me. Like
yeah. No, I thought it was a cool skate. I wish it was like tan or some shit. I always liked tan for some reason. I liked the 03 Rems as a kid.
Ooh. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, that's what it should have been. Should have been tan, your color.
So I guess we like started at the end of your relationship with Rems. How was it in the beginning? Like, how did
I kind of faked it till I made it on the team. I think I made like 2 flow files and just put Rems logos in my edits, you know?
Yeah.
To like in hopes like, yo, notice me or some shit, you know? Like
sponsor me tapes.
What's up?
It's like a very specific sponsor me tape.
Yeah, I just like the skates at the time. My feet grew over time and then it got worse. But when I was like 15 to 21, they fit like a glove.
Some of the best top sides in those skates. I don't know why. It's just very easy to get a top side.
Yeah, it just like flops over.
Yeah, very little ankle pressure. So
I think I also skated them because it was easier to bend my ankles and I didn't have to use my knees that much.
That makes sense. Like pulling back to that knee issue. Crazy. I think that's a similar reason why Trevor Johnson used to skate him too.
That guy is good.
Yeah, that's the sensei.
So how's your living situation now? Where are we talking to you from?
I'm living with this kid since I've known him since I was like 8. He's just like a long-term friend, good guy. Just living in his house in a room, renting a room.
Sick. So you're in Seattle proper, or you outside of the city?
I'm outside the city. I'm in Renton.
Okay. Sick.
Like 30 minutes, 25 minutes from Seattle.
Which direction? Just for our own.
South.
Okay. Very sick.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself being there indefinitely in Seattle?
Yeah, I like it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it feels like we have a family out here.
That's a great feeling. It's always good when you're like in. Feels like no matter what, like those are your boys. That's it.
Yeah.
So Sneaky's chiming in here for you, Josiah, and he's asking, I didn't know that you could 360 soul rails before you could kind grind them. It seems like an odd progression. Can you explain why that's the route you chose?
Outspin or inspin? You do that? Which one?
Like a hurricane soul.
With the left foot?
Yeah. I learned at a very weird pace, I think. Just being surrounded by what I was surrounded by. Like, I'd always known about skating, but like when it really hit me, I took in a skate barn for my 11th birthday. And like, I went there with a skateboard and some skates. And I walked up there with my skateboard and I saw this kid, Gavin, actually like grind this rail. He was like this young kid, and I just knew like I needed to go grab my skates and learn what they were learning. And like shortly after that, I feel like Barn Burner 3 happened. So like 2 months into like kind of seeing what people could do with skates, like I get to watch like Chris Haffey do like a fakie 720 kind grind on the down rail at Skate Barn. So like as a little kid just watching that, I was like, oh, like everybody just fucking loved him for like spinning to this rail. I was like, I want to learn how to like spin the rails. Like that seems fun and cool, you know.
People will love me.
No, not really people will love me, but I was just like, it fascinated me, you know, like it was cool, you know. And I would watch like older guys try and learn it, and they were struggling with it at the time. And I was just like young sponge. So I could do like top acids and top soles and back savannas, about 3 tricks. And I would just incorporate those in different ways. So I just learned how to like spin to a 3 sole at like probably age 12 or so. And then, no, I think 11. It was all happening so quick. I did 3 sole on a street rail in the rain in Southern California with like Quinn when I was like a very baby. The super famous rails, there's like 3 of white rails. Ian McLeod does like full cab true sole top sole.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Those
yeah, like 3 soled. Yeah, that was my first rail I had ever 3 soled. And yeah, it was, I don't know. I couldn't go backwards. I was real scared to go backwards too, to answer your question. I couldn't kind grind. I was scared. I learned like things very late. I learned alley top soles at like age 16 and stuff like that.
Oh, so you were just a forward all the time.
Forward all the time, where I could see kind of.
Wild. Because that's I mean, arguably it's scarier to do a 360 onto a rail than just go backwards down it.
Yeah, like I couldn't do like an alley top horn, but I would do like a 3 back unity because I could see where I was going, you know?
After you've spun around.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's sick. That makes a lot of sense, though. It definitely makes a lot of sense. Something that I wanted to bring up is you catch everything with your H block first. I don't know if you know that. Is that purposeful?
I cheat. You know,
you think it's cheating?
No, there's like, I don't know, in a way. I always think of tricks, you know, like for example, if you were to do a sole with your right foot and then spin to a hurricane top sole with your left foot.
Yeah.
You know, instead of it making it super hard, I would do like a torque sole, true torque to a torque top sole. So it's like you're getting to the same kind of grinds, but it's just making it much easier to get to those grinds.
Yes. You definitely break them down really incredibly. But even when like you do a forward sole, you catch the H block.
I catch the torque and then like set the
Even with like mistrial too, like you'll put the back foot in there like first.
Yeah,
it's really
set
sick.
it in.
And regardless of the catch foot, like you do H block first. That which is interesting. A lot of people will catch with the strong foot, even if it's the H block sole, but you do it left to right, H block first.
Yeah, I'm just more comfortable with H blocks. In theory, I'm kind of scared of just jumping to like a sweat stance, you know, that's scary. But like a top mistrial, you have like that safety
of the backslide.
Yeah. So you don't just slip right to your hip.
I understand. I mostly work that way, but like it's just really awesome the way that you're catching early. And I just wanted to know if you did it on purpose.
So I think it's just like what happens. I don't know. I don't think about it too much. Yeah, I think it just naturally happens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So were skaters bringing you around to all these different contests and different places? Is that like your main mode of transportation when you were like going around as a young kid? Because it seems like you were everywhere, barn burner and hiking videos.
I would just tag along with older people a lot. I was always like the 12-year-old hanging out with 20-year-olds, and they would be like hammered or, you know.
And your parents were just like, yeah, take them.
Yeah, my mom was like very loose, you know.
I'm sure. I mean, yeah. Was it just your mom raising you?
Yeah.
It's probably nice to get. They're like, all right, we're gonna babysit him for like a whole weekend. Like, oh, sick! I get the whole weekend to myself.
Yeah, she like worked a lot of jobs, and in theory, she would like meet these older dudes like once or twice, and then just be like, yeah, like just make sure he's like safe, you know. Yeah, it would all just kind of work out.
It's a good community to like have your kid be out in too. I mean, from personal experience too, it's just it does work. It's a good activity. Yeah. The intention is usually awesome.
Yeah, it was a real eye opener. It was sick, and I think just skating with older people like really made me push myself and stuff like that.
So Shane LaPointe, and there was he like the main dude bringing you around at that time?
Yeah, it was mainly like for a while. It was like a few years of that, and then they all kind of fizzled out. To be honest, they kind of stopped skating around like 21.
They used to be the old cutoff.
Yeah. So then it was kind of just like younger kids kind of skating. It was like me, Jake, this guy, John Barney, and Leif for a few years. And then after that, it was just like me and Sam for like 3 or 4 years, just kind of me and him and like this kid Bander until we kind of met up with Carter.
I've met Bander.
Yeah,
he's
a
nice
to
guy.
Have his head on his shoulders back then.
Yeah, he was. Last time I saw him, I was like a year ago. He was talking to me about the DVD I was making. Oh, I was like, I was wondering who even still made DVDs, but then I saw a DVD store, so I'm like, he's right. They still make these things.
Yeah, they do.
I don't even know I don't think I have something to play a DVD on.
No,
my computer lets me. No.
Damn. Yeah, I just got my shitty like Xbox 360. I still play DVDs on.
Do you have a big skate video collection?
I did kind of. They're all very old. Sam Askin actually has them. I left them with him.
At least they're in the family.
Yeah.
You seem like you would have a nice skate video collection. You're very well versed in skating. Seems like you've probably seen a lot of it too.
Kind of. I always tell people, like, it's crazy. My aunt actually showed me my first skate video before I was even into skating. So she showed me like Hoax 3 as like a 6-year-old kid. So I kind of thought like skating was just everywhere, you know, that's like that time I was born in. And then like later on, my first real skate video was Straight Jacket 3 and VG22. I bought those at the same time. And I think like this SSS videos, like skate park video, just contest footage.
Crazy.
So your aunt was like, here, show him this rollerblading video at 6 years old, or like, was she into rollerblading?
My older brother skated, and she knew he skated, and my aunt had like, she skated around this beach, Alki Beach, this beach close to us, and I guess she went to this place, found this skate video for my brother, and gave it to him, and it was like Hoax 3. I remember watching it, like I barely remember it, but I was like, I know John Julio is in it doing like sit fish brains on these fat ledges. I think he does like a 0 top acid. And like, yeah, it's just like they tour in this like van and kind of just travel around.
Damn. So your brother originally skated. So he's not the person that even got you into it though.
He kind of is. He stopped. It was like off and on. He definitely inspired me. 100%. Okay. But yeah, he had like the old school, like crazy wide kind grinds. Like his inner knee would like touch the rail. He would do sit kind grinds on like 20 stairs. It was sick.
Ooh, full 90s style. I've been really like attracted to the 90s style.
You're fucking with it, TK?
Oh, it's so cool. They like don't like just the way that they move around. It's like, I think it's so cool.
I like it too.
They look really sturdy, all of them.
They do. They're very stiff, but then they just backslide and like kick their foot out.
The extensions and the presses are they're so different than the way like kind of like, I feel like the technique improved, but the style kind of went away from that.
And like if the rail's here, like most people torque, if you're going this way, they torque with like their foot pressed forward. Yeah. Back in the day, it was like an alley Macchio torque.
They would do it italic. Like,
dude, it was so like, cool.
Press the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's like before a front torque, and then you could like push it to fish brain like that.
It's an alley backslide.
Yeah.
Backside to alley fish. I think those like other techniques changed it.
Front torque is an alley backslide, dude. That's how they're doing it.
Yeah. Different look in that day.
So sick.
How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Just chilling. Yeah. Nothing too crazy going on over here.
Nice.
We just did the Filthy Fiesta this past weekend at Derb's Ranch.
That looked so good.
It was so hot, but so fun. It was a filthy fiesta for sure. Being out on a ranch, pigs, murky slip and slide.
It looked like a good time. Looks like you guys always have a good time.
Yeah, that's like the emphasis of that contest is for it to be like really fun for everyone, even in attendance. It's ESG and like on the mic, and then Cameron do a good job at like making sure the event, like they pre-plan everything, build. They definitely do a good job and run a good event.
Taylor, real quick, what did it feel like to get lassoed?
Oh yeah.
I mean, Steve got you good.
Yeah.
It was like it ripped your like hip out of socket.
Dude, I was thinking like at the time, I'm so glad it was my left ankle. If he got my right ankle, I would have been like actually annoyed because I broke it twice. So I was like, damn, that was like, I was more like, great, you got the good ankle. Like, I'm good. But yeah, he tossed my ass.
Oh, it was so good.
I just thought he was so wasted. As soon as I got there, he was like slurring at me out of his car, rolling up spliffs. I was like, dude, you're not even gonna compete today. And then he's out there with the lasso. I'm like, this fucking moron's not gonna get me. He got me.
Got me so good.
Big shout out to Steve. He was very sorry, but I don't think he should be sorry. It was great. It was really funny.
I think yes.
Steve's the man.
You should be thanking him.
I did. I gave him a big hug after.
Okay, good.
Definitely shout out Steve.
Shout out to White Wolf.
So how have you been in contests? Are you a contest guy, or are you not a big fan of going out?
When I was like a healthy, able body, it would kind of get me excited as a young kid.
Are you competitive?
No, but I'm like, at the time, mostly contests around here. It kind of sounds bad, but I was just like broke, and I'd be like, I want money, you know, like I really want to get that money and just like have money and not feel so broke.
That's a good motivation.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But you don't consider
I think
yourself
one of the last street contests I skated like so hard. It was like one of the proudest moments I still look back on. I 450 Royale this drop heart attack kink rail and got paid like $142 at the end of the day or something. Like I got so shafted, but like I was still excited. I was like, I don't care. Like I would have done it either way. But yeah, I was just young and hungry.
Fuck, man, $142. That is not.
It was something like that. I think Sam remembers the amount of money. My memory's kind of shit.
But so you do not consider yourself a competitive person?
Maybe. I'm sure we all have competitive sides. It's hard to explain. I just like I like making myself happy more than I like being competitive. I don't know if I'm like trying to ever one up somebody, you know, I'm like just trying to like get this feeling that makes me, you know, and makes me happy, makes me want to feel alive. Like, yeah, that's what I'm kind of striving for when I skate.
Dude, the
second
part of John Lee's question.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right on page with me. I was like, dude, he asks, he's like, are you the realist? And are you like, why are you so humble? That's like part 2 of his question. And I think you're kind of answering it. Like you are, he sounds like you're like the realest skater there is. And you're not trying to beat anyone out of a spot or anything like that, or be better than anyone.
No, it's just for the feeling.
I feel like out here too with our crew, like we take turns. Like even if we all like a spot, it's like kind of whoever really, you can kind of see who wants it more, you know? And then we kind of take a seat. We all kind of take a seat, and then like we let them get their like trick, you know? So it's always like kind of taking turns of like, so we don't step on each other's toes. And if we do, we kind of ask each other. It's like, yo, can we get a clip on this spot or something, you know, just to like, I don't know, make it more chill.
That's not how it is in a lot of other places.
Yes. It's always a fucking battle sometimes. Like some places it's a battle.
Yeah, and then you get people hating you, and yeah, it can get weird. There's so many levels to it. It's hard too when you're filming a video because you don't want to like show everybody the spots that you have kind of been filming for, but you also don't want to be a dick and not show people spots. But it's like a hard
there's a balance.
Yeah,
I feel like you gotta like hand pick what you show people. Like,
yeah, there's like party spots. There's like party spots, and then there's like spots that you kind of keep to yourself in ways, or for certain people.
Exactly, certain people is one that I strive for. Like, if I know that it's not my spot, I'll wait for the person that deserves it, and I'll give it to them.
Yeah, like lately, that's all I do because I can't skate. I just try and think how other people would think, mainly people in my crew, and I search out spots, and I'm like, yo, you should like do this, or like put the theory in their head, and it's either like you're fucking high, like, or it's like, yeah, that's a good idea, you know? Like,
are you going out with the crew much, like since you've been like taking a break from skating? Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, I try and film as much. I still get on my big wheels. It does not feel good, but I get on my big wheels. I film Carter, like, yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
2 things. What size big wheels are you using?
They're so worn down. I'll grab one really quick and try and look.
Whoa.
Okay, so you got like
they were 90 millimeters. They were 90s.
What are those skates?
They're just like some Brian. Shout out B Long from Shop Task.
Whoa, they look.
I'm broke, and he just like,
cool.
Yeah, he helped me out with these skates.
Oh, they're Rossies.
Yeah, he just kind of let me use them, and I was like, yeah, I'll bring them back. And then he was like, no, you can kind of just keep them. But I don't know if I ever give them back, just definitely hand them right to him and buy some wheels. So I feel like I paid him something, you know?
Yeah.
Big shout outs for the big wheel hookup though. That's sick.
Yeah, I was very thankful. I use them a lot.
It's funny once like I got a pair for doing like some edits with Cameron, and then I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize I like this so much.
It's a lot of fun.
It's something like I would have bought it myself if I knew it was so much fun, but it took someone like giving them to me, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use these all the time.
Yeah. And it's so good for filming and stopping, and you don't hear like rattling and shitty. I don't know. When you have small wheels and your skates are kind of rattly, sometimes it's like all you hear in camera. And
metal frame is silent.
Metal frames help. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other part of my question though was, do you enjoy the caddy part? Like, is that something that you like think about while you're out skating with people, like helping people get their trick?
Hold on, what was the question?
You gotta explain your caddy lingo. I know what Joey's talking about. This is something he says all the time. And when he's talking about caddy, it's like a golf caddy, someone that's carrying around a bag with your clubs, but Joey's carrying around a bag of your tricks. So this is what he means by caddy. Joey wants to walk around the back of skaters and carry their bag of tricks and say, hey, you should take this 9 iron out, or take the topsole out.
Oh,
the top
I
sole.
love doing it.
Yeah,
dude.
Okay, now we're on the same. I figured you would.
Yeah. No, I love planting ideas, like a lot, or trying to and see if they work. You know, it's about like a 75-25% love hate thing. No one usually likes my ideas, but it's okay.
That's good. They shouldn't like them. If they're like great ideas, it's going to be fucking difficult to go about.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like everyone seems to bring different ideas to the skate session. Like ESG's suggestions, like 90% of the time are fucking terrifying. He's like, yeah, just jump off this. And it's like, bro, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I like everybody's theories. I think Geoff Phillip really opened my brain when we filmed SP2. He coached the shit out of me. I just called him coach the whole time. I still kind of just call him coach. Yeah, he helped me a lot with just I don't know.
He's a master of the match.
What's up?
He's a master at the match, like the complimentary tricks. Like he's really good at like going back and doing the opposite, or like matching it in a specific way. So I feel
he also just put it in my head like 5 years ago. He was like, I don't ever want to see you hurricane top solar rail again. Like no one wants to see you do it. So like do something that's like interesting, you know? So I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'm actually going to like try to do, I don't know. I still pretty much just only skate handrails or ledges, but just not only do like I don't know, not be like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, when you watch someone and you know what they're going to do,
like predictable.
Yeah. It's hard not to be at a point, but I always didn't want to be one of those people. That was like kind of my goal. I don't want to like have someone see my skating and then be like, oh, I know exactly what he's going to do before he's going to do it. You know,
dude, let's talk about that. Was it sold 360 sold to 360 top sole in the
360 top sole.
Yeah.
How is that? And what was that whole moment like? Because in the video, it's one of the coolest moments to watch. You feel like you're there. It's like, it's insane.
Sick. That was probably one of the biggest build-up tricks of like my entire life, to be honest. It was like that exact rail was the first rail I had ever 360 topsoled as like a very young child. We filmed it with like this flip phone because we didn't have a camera at the time.
That's sick.
And,
do you have that clip?
Do
you have that clip? Does it exist somewhere?
This kid, Ian Poss, filmed it. I doubt he has it, but
okay.
Yeah, he filmed it. But that rail is just, it's always been a fun rail to me. It's like a perfect iconic Seattle spot. And I had thought of that trick as a kid, like, oh, it'd be so cool, like in another life, you know, or like in a video game, you know, to do like 3 topsoul. And then like as I got older, the switch up kind of got feasible, and I was just like, I was getting at that point in my life, I didn't know if I was gonna skate that much longer. I still kind of don't, but I had just gotten surgery, and it was been like 9 months since surgery, and I had skated maybe 3 or 4 times, and I had bought some Rossies, and I don't even think I had a groove in them, but I was like, today's the day. Like Jeff Howard's in town, we're going to this rail. My knee felt terrible, but I was like, I don't give a shit. Like I had so much built up anxiety. I was like, it's gonna happen. Like I don't care at this point. And then I remember I 3 topsouled it. I did it first try. It was like the only trick I think I did, because I was just like really in my head that day of just like needing to do it. And then Carter got the camera out, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just try it. And then I did like 3 topsoul, 3, and I locked and missed my sole foot. And I was like, oh shit, like I can do it, you know? And then, yeah, it just kind of happened. And then I shouldn't have done it in theory, because my knee just got all swollen up afterwards. But yeah, it was a moment. It was like, it was worth it to me. I don't even care really.
So how many tries did it take? Let's be real.
Probably like, I can't be specific. I wasn't like in the moment, but I bet it was probably 15 at the most.
Fuck. Damn, that's so.
I did like 1, 2. He didn't put it. I think Carter put some of the raw clips up, but he didn't put the one I wanted him to put. I do like a 3 topsoul to 3 backside, like, and I did it pretty well.
That's sick.
And it like kind of felt cool, and yeah. But I remember doing that, and I was like, oh, I can definitely do 3 topsoul, 3 topsoul.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more turn with the foot.
Yeah, just guidance. And if you notice in the clip, my hair's like this the whole time. It's super funny.
Are you just feeling it? Like you weren't even really looking at it?
Yeah, when I do switch ups, I mainly just look down anyways, and just like guide torques, as Joey was mentioning earlier. I just guide torques into stuff. It's all just kind of like a feel. And how I do true topsouls is cheating too. Like 3 topsouls. I like pretty much just explained how I do it.
You do too far.
If you can do a true topsoul, you can do a 3 topsoul.
Oh, you do it that way where you keep looking back.
Yeah, and then I look forward, and then I like turn my head forward.
Yeah, I always picture it like too far or like too Roy, and it always overshoots for me. So that kind of makes sense that by weaving your head back, it will lock a little bit better.
Yep. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, now I got something to work on.
And that was that Chance of Rain 3 that 3 topsoul was in?
Yeah, and then I couldn't film anymore. I had gotten some I got a few clips, and then I did that trick, and then just kind of stopped skating for like 5-6 months. And then you
reappear in Chance of Rain 4 with your bad ankles, but like you didn't have.
No, there's no 4 yet. It's no 4 yet.
I mean, it was
3.
Was 3 that was all raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was all after knee surgery. That was wasn't too much.
It's funny. I feel like there's like a song ends when you land that trick, but I guess it's just everyone going nuts. It just feels
it's just raw clips, and then everyone just kind of freaking out.
Yeah, it just feels like
I actually like teared up. I just didn't want to mention it. I had teared up because I had felt hella pain, and then it was like a relief of like I couldn't believe I had actually landed the trick, and it wasn't like I didn't land like lava. I don't know. There was so many things where it could have went wrong. Like I could have wiggled my feet. Everything had just kind of worked out. So I was just like, it was a relief, you know? I was like, I can't believe it actually worked.
Yeah, that roll back into the fence. It's like, it's so much. You're just like, yeah, I don't care about anything.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
That's the feeling we all strive for, I think. Like it's that same thing that you were talking about. Like I would do the 450 front roll, like just for that feeling, you know?
Yeah. And a good feeling. It was like all the best homies were there. Like, yeah, it just felt great. You know, like I got to just share the moment with like my favorite people. And then it was just like, it was good.
Dude, that's a crazy thing that we're able to do with our friends as skaters. Is like those clips mean more than like a lot of other clips. And there's like a lot of different reasons for that. Like what you did physically, your ability, and then like having people there.
Yeah.
I can't really like picture anything else where you're like, unless you like win a Super Bowl and you're like hyped with your boys, but like that's kind of what it feels like.
No, it does. It's probably a similar feeling. It's definitely, you can't really top it in anything else really in life. I haven't found anything that brings me peace of mind as much as skating and like good memories of skating and friends and all that stuff.
Thanks for sharing it with us, man. It got us all hyped too.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you.
Yeah. Me and Taylor were talking about it maybe a couple months ago. Like, I want to do tricks that my friends have to hug me for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you land the trick, like, you don't get a high five, you get a fucking hug.
A hug.
Yeah, those are the tricks we're looking for.
Yeah.
It's something to strive for. That was definitely a hug trick for sure.
So would you say it's like, I think we're getting to the like essence of what John Lee was trying to ask, like what motivates you to skate? Is it like that your crew and being out with those guys?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. And just motivation through the years of seeing different people, like meeting different people at different times and like feeding off other people in a way. I think our crew kind of feeds off each other and is like, I don't know. We like make each other hungry for clips is how I kind of see it.
Does it
like
feel
you
like
see what your boys are doing and then you inherently feel like you need to go do that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan did that to me recently. It fucking didn't do well for me.
And just having Carter, I think honestly too, just having Carter like finesse the camera and like it's not only us doing a trick, it's like sometimes I've done tricks and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And then he shows it to me and he's like, oh, bud, like this is, you know, and then I'll be super pumped. Like he can kind of turn an average trick into something looking nice in a way. So I think that also motivates everybody in the group.
Yeah, to have that captain behind the helm is probably a relief in most senses.
You don't have to think about what's happening. You're just worried about your trick.
Yeah, must be really peaceful.
Yeah, he's guided me a lot through the year, like the past 2 years of filming also, which has been nice since I haven't been able to skate as much.
So you've been filming. Are you just filming on Carter's like VXs, or you working on your own things, or what's going on?
No, yeah, I just help film with Carter.
Okay, cool.
Pretty much like Carter films all the time, and then I'll pick up second angles of like hammers or something, you know, and then I'll be like a good portion of filming Carter, you know, because he needs someone to film him. It'll usually be me or Brown. Okay. Sometimes like Sam or JT too. JT, yeah.
There's a lot of you guys that can pick it up.
Yeah, Brown for sure is like Brown and Carter, and then probably like me, and then yeah, JT and me are like probably the exact same, you know. Yep.
It's crazy to see like from like now you guys are working on 4 Chance of Rain 4, presumably is where this is all going.
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
I think it's going awesome. I'm stoked for all of the boys. I'm not trying to like, I hate saying that it's going to be awesome because I want to tell everyone it's shit. So they're like more stoked, you know. I hate when you tell people food's good and then you get there and it's shit. So
Yeah.
I like what they're doing, but I'm also biased, you know.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Like your bias of the boys is always going to be better than like general pop.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
I think what they're doing is really cool.
I mean,
I wish I could join in the fun, but I'm also like, it's so sick. I don't know. Like, I think every video someone grabs the torch and runs with it, a different person too, you know? And I think
we
it's
got the
cool.
torch this time.
I'm not gonna say, but it's cool to see. It's very cool to see who just fucking runs with it, you know? And really, like, you really get to see who fucking wants it the most at that time period. Everybody wants it, but you really get to like see whose body's working and like, you know, it like stars align differently.
I think I have a guess.
Go ahead.
Is it Alex? Sam's?
His is amazing. Yeah, his stuff's all amazing. But I'm definitely not gonna tell you.
He came pretty heavy for his first Chance of Rain appearance in 3. So that was his first full section, right? Or
I don't know if it was his first full section, but I think in these videos for sure. Yeah, it was like he just moved out here too. He visited and then was like, I fucking love it. I'm moving back because he lived here as a kid. I knew him as a kid here.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool. He got was it like just he came and skated with you guys and then he was like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, pretty
Nice.
much.
That's cool to have such a magnetic crew.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I think Dustin did that too. Dustin Spangler like came, visited, and then his parents moved out here like for some odd reason. And then he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna come out there, join you dudes. And we were like so pumped.
I guess that's what I was saying. Like from the first video, it seems like the crew is like grown and like you guys have more people moving in and you're really created like a huge scene there in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I kind of feel bad for Carter at times because I don't know.
It's a lot of people come at him.
He's only one man.
Yeah.
You know, he's only one human.
And he's got a big community.
Like 10 of your best friends hitting you up for clips, and then like 20 other people kind of like, whether it's in state or like trying to come visit or whatever, it kind of can get crazy and overwhelming. And then he's a teacher and he has a girlfriend and a dog. And like, yeah, it's hard to juggle, I can imagine, for him at times.
I was just talking to Danny Malm and he's like, yeah, I really want to go up there soon and hang out with Carter.
Yes.
It's just so funny, but it's exactly what you're talking about. It's like one more guy gonna come at him and be like, yo, I'm coming up, get ready, man.
Yeah. And the other thing that's hard, it's like, yo, we see all these spots in these videos, let's go to all these amazing spots. And people don't realize sometimes we drive 4 hours, or sometimes they're in Oregon, or they're like really not close to Seattle. And we scrape a lot. We scrape very hard to get these shitty spots on camera.
Yeah, I seen you scraping around. It seems like you guys picked the good ones. Get a little gritty. Getting gritty. That's good. I like that.
How do you guys find spots that are like 4 hours out?
We mainly there's a lot of pages, actually, like Instagram pages or like random things that we follow, and of skateboarding or any other sport, just pages that'll post spots. And we'll find like areas that will be 3 hours away, but they'll have a little crew and they'll post all their spots and leave like pins of spots. So we pretty much just go to that area and bank on finding some spots, and then also just see what we see. Hope for the best. Sometimes we get nothing, but sometimes it's like really cool. We get 10 clips in a day, you know, and it's like not like one person, but the whole crew, you know.
That's fucking awesome. I love those like random missions. You just spit yourself somewhere and then hope for the best.
But probably like 75% of the time it is Seattle. Just scraping around there. It's a really big city.
So you're working now too?
Yep.
Where are you working?
I work at Mako. I paint cars.
Oh, wild.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
How'd you get into that?
My mom actually. She was like trying to start a business as a kid when I was like 14, and then it didn't go well. And then but yeah, I just kind of learned it and picked it up and was like, oh, this is like pretty simple.
Wait, so how long have you been painting cars? Are you like a big car guy?
Just pretty recently. No, I actually just started painting like 6 months ago. But no, I hated cars always my whole life because I was around them so much. And then I just kind of would work with my mom sometimes to get money, and she showed me like how to just do all the traits pretty much. And my brothers also did it, so they would show me also. And then as I got older, I just kind of realized I was tired of just working so hard, and I was like, you can paint cars and make more money, and it's chiller. It's like less hard on my body. So I just like aimed for that. I don't have the greatest education, so I was like, I'm gonna just send it in this because I know eventually it'll make me decent money. And like I don't make that great of money now, but it's gonna work out now that I'm painting. I'll move up to where I need to be.
So where are you? Where did you get into 6 months ago that you started painting?
It's kind of a crazy story.
Good.
And one of my brothers passed away. He was painting there.
Sorry.
And then I took his position in a way.
Wild.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Thank you.
So how did was it like a family business?
No, it's just like a franchise. Makos are like all around the US.
Okay.
Yeah, just working for the man for now.
Those are goals to like open up your own shop eventually, or like anything like that?
That would be cool. Me and my other brother definitely dream of it. We definitely could like do it, but we just don't have the money, to get all the material. Like it's a good chunk of change to like really do it.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like the end goal, but would be awesome if you guys could work that out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I've never like known anyone that's like really into cars, or like the people that get cars painted are like really into it.
See, our shop is more just like insurance, like random car accidents that happen, fender benders, or like someone backs into you. So we'll just like paint little stuff, or I don't really deal with customers. Some people like their cars and they want them all fancy and sparkly. And I just pretty much paint. I just pretty much pull a trigger, get told what color to make, and pull a trigger. And I'm like, yep.
Sayonara. That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, not having to deal with customers is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm not really too good with people, I feel like.
No,
you guys are easy to talk to, which is pretty nice. No, I mean, I'm not saying I'm bad with people. I'm just saying like I get shy or awkward at times, or like, yeah.
I don't think you've been awkward with us so far.
Yeah, I would say the same.
I bet you're overestimating.
Sick.
So Remedyz, have you ever had any other sponsors besides Remedyz?
Like the little ones, maybe. I kind of forget through the years. I was on Skate Barn. I don't know. I think I was on Circolo Wheels for like a month or two.
Oh yeah, that was a confusing company.
Yeah, but with the older I got with skate companies, I kind of strayed away from it because it was like, yo, we need these clips for like this edit that I do not care about. And yeah. And it was just like, I don't want to give you these clips because I want to just like film a part or like work with the homies or like, I don't know. It just got kind of weird.
Is that how that guy was coming off from Circolo? Like, yo, we need some clips, man.
Yeah, it was pretty much, I think he didn't like that I didn't want to give him clips. And then he just kind of stopped sending me stuff in a way.
Yeah, we had Jeremiah on last, and he was one of the sponsees of Circolo. I don't think he had a good falling out with him either.
I didn't really pay attention to other sponsors besides Rams because I was just like, I just really liked those skates at the time, you know. I also didn't care about wheels because I skated wheels until they were like 50 millimeters and I liked it that way. So like wheels didn't matter to me ever. When honestly, I felt kind of bad. So like whenever I would get sent wheels, I'd probably just end up giving them to the homies. And yeah, because they would like them. They would get like the pleasure of skating a new wheel because I don't like that.
Too grippy?
They're just big. I don't know. I skate just a really odd way. I skate like very 2004, you know, and on like my skate setup of like I don't even skate anti-rocker, you know, like I skate nothing.
Oh, you're gutless.
Yeah, there's nothing in the middle. And I have like 50 millimeters on the outside. Yeah.
So do all the homies give you wheels after they fucking tear them up?
Yeah. Carter, everybody always saves their wheels and they give them to me, and I'm like, yeah, they're still kind of big, but like I'm thankful. I never have to buy wheels.
Damn, you'd be upset with the collection of dead wheels that I have. They're all probably perfect for you.
Yeah.
You can have some if you want.
No, I still have like bags of wheels.
Nice. You're good.
They're all used like perfect.
So are you like a person that wants anything specifically from skating other than just to skate?
Yeah, I like the memories. I want to look back and be like, I fucking don't like regret, you know, like building all those friends and making those memories. I want to like, just keep doing it. I don't know.
That's a great answer, dude. I really appreciated that. Just building memories with your friends is what you're looking for out of skating.
Because I know at this point, skating makes money and they will not offer it to the people. So it's like, why get your hopes up, or like just have fun. That's like the reason why we started skating, is to like, I don't know, have fun or make memories or learn. Like for me, it was like progression too. Like that excited me. I loved progressing, and if I didn't progress, I would kind of get down on myself. So it was always like, it was fun to keep progressing, and like, yeah.
I wish you could have heard the conversation I was having with Joey yesterday, and I'm sure other people get kind of jaded at skating when you're like involved with it to a certain level, and it's nice to hear. I feel like your message should be heard by other people. It's like that is one of the reasons we're doing all this.
Yeah, I was going through it.
Like there's obviously like different layers to the onion of skating. It's like, yeah, you do it for fun, but then there's also like people that you like to watch, and then there's so many ways of like, I don't know, talking about skating, because sometimes people will take it the wrong way of you saying like, oh, I didn't really like the way you did that, and they'll be like, oh, he doesn't like me or something, like, and instead of like, no, I actually don't even know who you are. It was just like, I thought you could have maybe done it like better because I already know you're so good. And I think people sometimes can take that the wrong way too in skating.
Dude, Torres said this to us too, and it was the best way. Very well put. He said, you don't make fun of anyone skating if they're bad at skating. You only make fun of or comment on other people skating if they're already really good.
When they're super good.
And then you're just like, discussing something
nitpicking like an athlete. You're looking at them as a athlete, not as a human. You're not saying like that person is shitty. That particular trick is like weird. I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's definitely hard as a like we're in such a tight-knit community. It's hard for people to separate the athleticism from the personalities. And yeah. It seems like you're
Dude, you told Josh Petty that you do better topsoils than him or something like that? Was that you?
Me? I said some words.
Dude, that I think that's not the reason that like that all spiraled into the Jump Street thing, but I remember that being like one of the bigger things on the internet that we were like everyone was talking about, like, oh, did you see like Josiah and Petty are talking?
I didn't mean it in a bad way. I felt like, and I didn't mean to personally attack him or make him as mad as he wanted to hurt me. You know, I could feel that he wanted to put his hands on me. And I was like, I didn't mean for it to hit him that way, you know? And I wasn't trying to.
Can you explain the situation for us? Just like,
I don't know. I forget. I have a trash memory, so I'm super sorry. He made a post about just like the new generation being soft and stuff, you know? And at that time, I was like, what new generation? Like, I'm not trying to be mean. There is new generations, but there's not really young kids anymore. Like, if you talk to everybody, it's like, oh, I've been skating for 15 years or like 20 years or something, you know?
Yeah.
And, yeah, I was just like kind of bummed to hear him say that because I didn't know who he was really speaking of. Because I was like, if the new generation is like us, you can kind of combine it with like everybody as a whole that's still skating, like Alex Broskow, for example, or the Kelsos, or like anybody could be the new generation. I didn't know who he was like fully speaking of. So I was like, you're so wrong on like whatever you're saying, you know, like you have it all wrong. And I think he got super bummed. And then I think he was like, who are you? You know? And then I was like, I'm a nobody, pretty much. I am a nobody. And then I was like, but a nobody who can like, who is doing better tricks than you at age 13. Like, I didn't mean it in like a bad way, but he like brought a bad side out of me. So I was like, man, like, why are you being so mean? Like, I'm going to be mean back, you know? Like, I just took it the wrong way too. And then it just kind of escalated.
That was a good burn. Doing better topsoils than you at 13.
I fucking rinsed it, honestly.
It seems like a lot of those
guys. Did you ever get an answer out of him who he was referring to?
No, I didn't. This is why I never wanted to bring it up. I hope he doesn't see this, and I hope this doesn't. But I feel like you're talking about this very level-headed. Like, yeah, I just don't want him to get mad because he like personally DM'd me and just wanted to.
I mean, it's not only him though. It seems like a lot of the guys from certain generations have this like where they're not focusing on like maybe aesthetics of tricks and like what we're really looking at now, and like the different, like you said, there's lots of layers to this onion, and like to just throw out a blanket thing like new generation soft, it's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And especially like it doesn't seem like he's like actively like looking around at skating.
Yeah. And it's like, it's crazy too, because I think for a while there, everyone was like, man, where are all these hammers? Or I don't know, any kind of old head was saying this. And it was like, for a while there, all the skating had to be bought because it was like VODs or whatnot. And like the smallest portion, it was like the rollerbladers were buying these VODs, you know, like the only people that really cared. So no one,
like,
I think,
200
really got
of us at the time.
Yeah, no one really got to see the cool tricks that were happening. And then not everyone has a computer. Like, I don't have a computer to buy a VOD. So it's like, I don't get to see all of them, you know? So it's like, you get to miss out on like a big portion of skating. And then you only get like what you want to see on Instagram or something. And you're like, I think that's why he got that impression. He just like opened up Instagram and was like I can just see any kind of skating. Like, You know, like it used to not be like that. You waited for this cool skate video, but now it's like you open up Instagram and you can see like people swivel through cones or like people just doing any type of skating. And he was probably like, this is not cool, you know, like, which there's nothing wrong with any of that type of skating, but I think it's just like easier to see every type of platform.
I want an event where you see all of it. Like there's the cones, there's a real race where they do laps around a track.
There's
and
like,
there's like all the tricks, like some like massive event for everyone. That's something I really want to see at this point, because I don't really hold that. I don't think I'd compete in those, but I want to see what it's like.
Yeah, I almost put it to skateboarding too. Like we bundle rollerblading as like a whole, right? In skateboarding, there's so many layers to the onion. They don't bundle each other.
No.
Like, you know, like there are bowl skaters and like they don't hate on people who skate street. They're just like, oh, sick, you skate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then there's like the Hesh skaters. And then like, I don't know, there's so many levels of skateboarding and it seems like they all kind of accept each other. While a lot of the time we just like pick each other apart and we're just trying to have fun. And then once one person gets picked apart, we like start to pick the other person apart. And then it's just like a never ending circle of shit.
Yeah, I wonder, I feel like skateboarders do that to each other too.
Yeah, maybe I'm not as deep in skateboarding to know, you know,
because they have that next layer where there's like Nyjah Houston is like stardom and he's like taking naked pictures for GQ, and it's like,
yeah,
people are gonna hate on that.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
I want one of our pros to start taking naked pictures for GQ.
We have Bashi.
Oh, yeah, there. Right there.
What?
Yeah, he's open.
So are you down to take some naked pictures for us for GQ, Josiah?
No, I'm not your man.
That's fine.
We'll find a different guy.
Yeah. Somebody will say yes.
So what else you got going on? Just skating and painting?
Yeah, just filming the boys, skating, or not even skating, actually, no. Just filming the boys and working. Just exercising too. Just trying to work towards getting back into skating.
How many more treatments do you have? Like, is there like a projection on some of that with your knee?
I want to do 2 more.
Okay.
Which takes like probably like 6 months because I have to wait each time.
Does it hurt at all?
Yeah, which was crazy. Yeah, it actually kind of hurt injecting because they didn't have any numbing medication or anything, and they didn't do anything like that. And they inject it like straight into the meniscus.
Oh.
So it wasn't a good feeling at all.
I got like shivers running up my spine. It just sounds like it hurts.
Yeah, this doesn't. I'm picturing like a thick ass needle too. Like,
yeah, I wasn't looking. I wouldn't like look. I was just staring off at the wall. I already hate needles, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna.
I feel like I have to look so I know when I'm getting stabbed, or else it hurts way worse. Like,
yeah. He just asked me if I was ready, and I was like, yes, send it.
So did you grow up playing any other sports, or was blading really the only thing that kept your interest?
Yeah, I only rollerbladed.
Crazy.
That's all I ever did. That's like how I got all my friends too.
Has anyone ever asked you if you're gonna quit skating at any point?
Yeah, actually, people on the internet are like, oh man, it sucks you quit. And it's just like, yo, I'm never gonna quit. Like my body doesn't allow me right now, but like I can never quit. You know, like I don't know, and it's like your homie skate. You can't can't quit.
Can't quit. Yeah, that's what I tell all my friends whenever they're like, well, I don't want to skate anymore.
I've gotten down at times and it's like, oh, I'll probably not skate the way I want to. or like I might not, if I can't skate the way I want to, I don't think I would film because I don't know, like, but I'll still always skate. I'll still always skate.
Yeah, that's something I think like holding that is I have a sense of pride in that. Like you don't have to ever stop. You just, like you said, you won't always be able to perform at like you're 21. It's just you're not going to be 21 forever, but
yeah,
you can still skate around and like that community still exists. And that's why I want to see those like cones and racing. I want to see it like meld in with tricks. I want it to be a huge, like that's what I think it needs is like when people talk about what skating needs, I want to see all of it at once for like a whole weekend.
I've always had a vision of a video where it's like a street section and then like a downhill section and then like a slalom section and like a free skate, like melted into one like cohesive video would be, I think, very beneficial for all of the communities.
Yeah, just trying to show it.
Just showing it and like maybe some like melding, like letting the people try the other ones would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, Joey, your new part was it was super good, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like the jump bash was so cool. Like
thank you.
That one was so sick. And you do a right foot topsoul. I don't know if it's your switch. I think it was your switch. You do right foot topsoul and like scrunch past these rails in the pool.
Thank you for knowing that was switch.
Yeah, that was fucking so cool, man.
Thank you. I really
and I like the plane. Always be looking at planes.
Yo, if you want to do the real one, there's another one at that same place that is like a 45-degree angle. And you just drop off the top and like just fucking
send
go
it to
on
the ground.
Spot. I mean, it's like a 6-foot drop off of this like 45-degree angle.
Holy shit.
It's really sick. There's a couple of planes like around that area just because by LAX.
Yeah.
Sounds like so much impact.
Oh yeah. That's what
my knees would never
get up there. But like if you got yourself up there, it's gonna be sick.
You're
dreaming. Giant orange plane.
This guy loves to caddy. He's just like sitting there with his bag of tricks. He's like, oh, someone should send it off this huge impact. Not me, but I'll find some guy.
I did the other plane, dude. Fine.
Yeah, that plane was cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and I really appreciate you knowing that the right foot is switch or unnatural, whatever you want to call it.
Was you been filming with Walk, Taylor?
Yeah, I did one clip with Walk. I had it like I realized I don't think about doing tricks as much as like looking at things and being like, oh, someone should go do this, and then like I want to film other people do it.
Yeah.
But I had one spot and trick in mind that I was like, I want to do this. So I was able to just go and like banged it out in like maybe like 8 or 9 tries. So that was fun. It's fun filming with Walk.
Yeah, dude.
It's the same thing as like you were saying with Carter. You just like, I'm like, he's going to handle it. I don't have to think about like what he's going to do.
That's like my goal is to get healthy. I told him when I had first got surgery, which feels like a fucking lifetime ago, I was like, the second I'm healthy, man, I want to film a part with you. It's always been like a dream to just film with him.
Yeah, I would love a full section with my stick.
Yeah.
He's a good man. Yeah, I was just out there too.
Yeah, how was that?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. I skated like fucking garbage.
Did you? Was it hot?
It was like rainy. It was like on and off raining, so that didn't really help the situation. But it was good to see the boys and skate in Denver a little bit.
Yeah, I've never been to Denver.
I think you would do pretty great at those spots.
Yeah, they got a lot of poles. I like poles.
Yeah, they definitely got the bars. There's some like really crazy like swirly ones up in like towards the mountains.
Sick.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you think we should cover that we haven't like or anything that you specifically want to talk about?
I don't even know. Nothing's coming right to the top of my head,
That's fine. Just wondering. Some people then, like, sometimes when we ask that question, people are like, oh yeah, I had this whole other thing I was ready to talk about.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad with getting put on the spot. I'm sure I'll think of something. Be like, damn, I should have maybe mentioned this.
You guys have a foreseeable deadline for Chance of Rain 4?
I'm not fully too sure. It's always up in the air every time. But I think from what I know, it looks pretty. I don't want to say it's close because I don't want it to not come out for another long period of time. But it's definitely, yeah, I think it's like there. It's coming together. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, because you guys, last one came out just before the pandemic, right? More or less, or like maybe like 6 months.
Yeah, I think so.
How was did you guys film during the lockdowns?
Yeah.
How was it for you guys?
At first, it was like a free-for-all in the streets, that was pretty cool. But then like
what do you can you elaborate on that? Because I know what you're talking about, and it was a fucking free-for-all, which is crazy.
You could pretty much, like, everything was, you could just put your dick on every spot that you were not allowed to before, like courthouses or anything. And like, it was a ghost town when usually the city's just chaos. So you just get all the unforbidden fruit like that you can possibly get. But it didn't last that long because I feel like because Carter is a teacher. And then like when it really cracked down, he had to like take it super serious. And but we still filmed tons of stuff. And like, yeah.
It's fun to hear about another city that went through a free-for-all, because it happened here, like all the hills and no cars are driving anywhere. It was like, oh, we only need like 3 people to make it really safe. We can do anything.
Yeah. Damn, I want to bomb hills with you guys one day.
We got a lot of good routes when those knees get better.
Yeah.
Not a lot of impact, just a lot of riding.
Yep. Your video was great, by the way.
Oh,
Hit
thanks,
it wet.
man. Thank you. Yeah, we got out during the pandemic too, so we'll have some free-for-all shots to show you guys.
You've been working on something and cooking up something good?
Yeah.
Nice.
Same kind of vibe I think you guys are going for. It's fun to get out.
Do you have is it going to be same name or?
I think I'm just gonna call it Hit It Wet Again.
Nice. Yep. I like that.
I know. So I'm glad. Thank you for liking the name. I know some people don't like it.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And it's like,
it's good fun.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's fun. Things don't need to be always taken so serious.
Yeah, I couldn't any kind of serious name. I was like, it just felt corny every time.
Yeah,
it's hard to think of another Chance of Rain. Like, that's a good name.
I think it was just, I don't know how they kind of came up with that, but it fits Seattle as well, of just like it raining 9 months out of the year here and just being trash.
That was one of my favorite parts about 3, actually, is that everybody's name was over there, like one of their fucked up spots, like in the rain.
Oh, I think that was 2. Chance of Rain 2. I'm pretty sure.
2? Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of them too, just to give like a little funny insight on that. On one of my clips, there's like this little drop rail Carter had filmed. It's like this red. He had like a really zoomed in view of it, and to get it look like it was raining that day, but to get it really looking like it was raining, he cracked a brand new beer and dumped it on. So it's like really like thick drips, Always thought that was pretty funny.
That's a good little insight.
I knew there was something that you needed to bring up in this interview.
Oh, I got something too. In Secret Project, filming with Geoff, in one of the clips, I just do like a 0 soul toe roll to true, like I don't know, some trick.
And you kick him in the head, right?
Dude, yeah, it kind of looks like I kick the camera. I kick him right here, right there in his nose. He like blacks out. Like fucking, I felt so bad. It was huge. I like kind of point the camera back there, but you can't see it. But yeah, he was like fully concussed, right? We bring him to the hospital. He has no health care. So we get denied. We go to this clinic, still has no health care. We don't have money. So he's looking at the lady and he's like, look me in my eyes and tell me I'm going to be okay. And she's like, well, sir, I can't like legally do that, in case he was like really hurt, you know, like it looked like it was kind of filling up as more time went on. He had like 2 black eyes too. After like 2 or 3 weeks, I felt horrible, but he ended up being fine. But that same day, because I felt so bad, I was like, we left the clinic because she kind of gave him like, you're okay. Mm-hmm. And then we just went and smoked weed for a minute. He calmed down. We got him some water. And I was like, I owe you my life, man. Like, I owe you my life. Let's go to this rail. Let's go to this rail that I was thinking of. It had been eating at me for a long time. I just knew I wasn't ready. And then I was like, I'm just point the camera at this rail, man. Like, even if you're concussed, I'm just gonna do it for you, man. And then he was like, okay. And I didn't really tell anybody what I was doing. I was like kind of just yelling at myself, being an insane person. And I had like did nothing on the rail. I was just like rocking back and forth above it, you know, being a weirdo. And I 450 royaled it, and I like land and I like scream. And then I like spin above the rail a few times. And I'm like, all right, man, right here. Like, I'm just going to try it one time. And I tried 5 alley top horn on the down rail, and I like kind of locked on, did it super gross, like landed, like, and I just look and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I was like, that was for you, man. And like, it kind of pans up and you can see Carter just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, because they didn't really know what I was going to do. Yeah, it was just like, I felt like I owed him like a trick, or just like anything. I just owed him my life. So, and we were filming at the time for his video. So I was like, I just want to owe you this.
Dude, you are the realest rollerblader ever. You kicked the man in the face and you were like, I will repay you and make it up to you with more tricks.
That's the only thing I could do at the time. I couldn't fix his face, man. I felt so bad.
I couldn't fix his face. So you did 5 alley top horn.
Oh my god.
I did it so gross, but I wasn't gonna do it again. Like, I was like, I felt like I risked it so much just trying it.
Fuck, man. Well,
what a wild way to motivate yourself.
It sounds funny thinking back on, but yeah, that's definitely the only reason why I did it.
Damn. Jeff should thank you for kicking him in the face for that 5 alley top horn. God damn.
No, he had black eyes for like 2 months. The man looked fucked. I felt bad.
Come on, GF's got a little bit of the eyes going. Regardless.
Yeah, he has some dark circles.
Yeah.
Wild story, man.
That is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Were you at any of the side shows when they were filming for Hyphy?
Nah, I was never around that. I kind of just stayed with like Yvonne and Mike LaShore.
Those guys are very chill to deal with.
Yeah. Mike's like my favorite human. We would just sit. He like turned me on to aggressive inline. He had built Frankie's stats all the way in aggressive inline. The man could do real tricks in the game. He would do like hard top acid to true top acid and make it look cool. And if you went backwards and did a backslide, you could do 0 back torque and then budget. Like, he was really good at switch ups. He would do 0 back torque and it would like pivot to soul and it would look.
Oh, you
really
do it like
cool.
all slow? Like,
yeah. And if you do a 0 unity, you do a 0 back Savannah and you'll like, he like unwraps. He would like figure out the cool switch ups instead of making it look corny. And I was like, oh man, this is so cool. So he got me into that, and we just did that for like a whole week or every night when I stayed at his house. It's pretty cool.
So are you a video game guy?
No, I played for a bit. For a bit, I played Call of Duty when I was like 16 to 18. I like nerded the hell out. But other than that, no, I haven't played video games since.
Okay.
Are you averse to video games? I'm like averse. Like I don't want them near me because I think like I'll just play them.
I will play them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need them in my life.
Do you avoid the Xbox?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't.
Video games are a weird life suck. I played World of Warcraft for way too long.
Yeah, dude, you get into it, and it would tell me how many hours or days or months I would play on just online, and just like, I was one of the nerds who would just quick scope people, and just like, I just nerded out on that for days and days and years for a bit, but then I just stopped. I had to. Me and Sam would get into it. We would literally skate, be like, all right, man, I'll see you in a minute, and just put on our headset and just play Call of Duty.
Is he still in it, or did you guys both like go to a meeting or something and like drop out together?
Nah, we kind of strayed away from the video games. I think he's into football or whatnot, so I think he'll still get on some like football games every blue moon, when it snows in Seattle, which is like once ever, never. Yeah.
Is Sam back in Seattle, or is he still in Pittsburgh?
No, he's in Pittsburgh. Him and his girl actually just bought a house out there.
Congratulations, Sam, if you're hearing this. Congratulations. Yeah. Good guy.
I'm pumped for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he comes visit it all the time, and he films like really good, so it's like he never left.
Good. That's what I like to hear. So we'll have a full part.
Yeah, I filmed like one of my favorite tricks. It wasn't like the coolest thing, but just like the feeling of me filming it. Sam did the trick. It was really fun. I got to film it. It was like I just get to like run down a whole bunch of stairs with the camera in my hand. But yeah. Yeah, so it looks pretty good.
You were doing fisheye?
Yeah.
What?
It was a long time ago.
Okay.
But it was right when I had gotten serious. Or it was a bit ago. I felt good enough to run downstairs.
Whereas was Carter filming too?
No, the way that I don't want to give it away. Just the way of the object, you can't film it with a long lens from top or bottom or side. It's just the way you can't see it.
Okay.
You just have to film it with a fisheye.
Sounds like it's going to be an interesting spot. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love Sam. He's like honestly one of my favorite skaters.
Yes. Boy's got good feet.
Yeah. He can do everything. Like if you really pay attention, like which way is switch or natural. Like I honestly almost can't tell at this point. Like the man's just doing tricks.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Very come full circle. Like he's unpredictable.
Yeah. And like his backslides both ways too, like surprised me so much. I'm like, he can just do them both ways. It's really cool.
You guys have such a diverse crew of like skate styles between like JT, Sam, you, Carter, Jeff Howard. It's like a barrage of different styles. It's really cool to see in a video. You like nothing really feels like the same. And then of like Dustin and Alex too, which are like even totally divergent
totally
of everything.
Different. Yeah.
And the Avery brothers, like they go down, like, and they definitely don't fit like anybody's style. So
dude, they're
but you guys all feel cohesive. It doesn't feel like you're forcing this like crew to be together. Like it's
it's all pretty natural.
Own personalities.
Yeah. Avery, Christensen, and Neil, they've been putting it on. I've been excited.
Good.
Yeah, all the boys have been really.
Damn.
But I think JT has like a crazy, he's inspired me in so many different ways because the man kind of can do, he has like a weird Scott Blackmore type of, not necessarily same, but like, I don't know, they can kind of do anything. Like they'll skate a down rail or skate, do a little wall ride or something weird. And no matter what, it's like very intriguing to the eyes. And just like, I don't know, the man did on like a down rail. He does alley soul, full true soul. And then he'll like do the weirdest, like non-spot tricks that like, I don't know, but still
and
make
it's all
it
in the same
look.
section.
Yeah.
And it feels like his skating. That's like so impossible for me.
Yeah.
Like, there's like super technical tricks and barely a trick at all, or all in the same section, and it feels right.
And it feels right and like nice. And yeah.
I love JP skating. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm looking for.
And the man's like blown out both knees. Just he's cooking, you know, like it's crazy. He's had tons of injuries and he's just still just really just, yeah. I feel like he'll skate forever. About him.
Is he a builder? Like this, like when I mean that like spots, like does he build a lot of his spots?
Yeah.
It's it's really cool because like there's
the man just fucking makes something out of nothing, you know. He just starts grabbing stuff and making things happen, and it turns into like a really cool spot. Yeah, it's pretty neat. We all kind of feed off of that. We skate a lot of trash, and because these days Seattle, I think since COVID, was like an opportunity for construction to just demolish so much of the really rundown buildings. So while they're like halfway demolishing them, it's like this really cool broken spot that like just appears and then is gone. So we try and keep an eye out for things like that. And there's always so much new getting made.
That's cool. That's cool to know that that's going to be in the next video you guys are working on. Half broken spots.
Yeah.
Free for all.
Hopefully.
Some of it at least.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well,
yeah. So where, after you're like fixed completely, where do you see the next couple of years of your skating?
Or if all this works out, I just want to just film with the boys, have fun. Yeah, make anything that I can, really, if it's worth filming, or like if I get excited or think I can do it. I have like an insane amount of tricks written down in spots and goals, but I don't ever know if I'm going to reach that. But just in case, I have that list just waiting for me.
Just real quick, you're a list guy? Like when you go to
in a way, yeah, because I have a really bad memory. So I'll like be at a spot and I'll go in my notes on my phone and I'm like, I'm here at this spot. I want to do this trick. And like, it's just like a rough draft, and I'll go and look through my list and I'll be like, oh, yep, I know where all these are. Like it just brings back the memories, you know, of like, 'cause it's hard to remember everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely a list guy. It's kind of interesting to see who is and who isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to move away from it. I think it might be hindering.
No, I don't necessarily always like doing that, because you can let yourself down or you can get frustrated, but I like having more so a list of like trick ideas. You know,
okay, not like for specific spots, or
not always. It'll be like, sometimes it'll be for specific like certain spots because it'll just speak to me that much. But sometimes it's like I just need I just mainly write down tricks. Yeah, for I don't know how to explain it.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because we scrape so much, and then like I've wanted to do like a certain trick or a certain switch up on like a flat rail or something, but then I'll find it on like a completely different object because it'll just appear that day, and then it'll actually be way cooler than just a normal flat roll trick or something, you know?
Yeah, like
It'll
that
be
ready acid to like hard soul.
Yeah, I'd actually been thinking of a spot that was like that, but angled. So it made the 3 soul easier.
Yeah, so you can catch it early.
Yeah, but that spot just got made. That school got made. And I was like, oh, sick. I'm just going to go try that. Took so long, to be honest. That took so long.
The unwrap off the acid is just like so
yeah, I
long.
kept landing on top of the ledge and like rolling, or the second I would lock, my foot would just shoot down. It was so hard to grip on. I had to like, and you could tell my body was like sideways when I lock, and I'm just like flexing my feet forward. It was a real weird one.
It's incredible.
Speaking of true acid, you did the 5 true acid, right?
I did like a fakey 5 acid.
Fakey 5 acid to forward acid. Yeah. How that was your ender in was it not for a part?
Yeah, it was for my my pro rems part.
Okay.
I really tried for that one because Kato, like, I don't know. It just felt like I had to. I didn't feel like I was a pro, and I kind of felt like I had to prove to myself at that time to like maybe I deserve it, you know? So I like tried as hard as I could for that part, and it necessarily wasn't even that good. It was just like hard tricks that hurt my body in a way, you know?
I mean, those tricks though, like certain tricks, I think like when people do them, like the 360 topsoul, and that acid, they're like, when you see those clips, they're on another level of like skating.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I was excited about that. The acid one had actually eaten me. I had nightmares about that one for probably 3.5 years. I didn't go, 2 years, 2 solid years, because I had filmed one trick on it. I was like, how have I never been to the spot, Carter? Like, I was bummed he didn't show me the spot. He showed me the spot. I did like a fakey 5 topsoul for him in an old edit, and I did like a med spin, like hurricane topsoul type thing on it. And I was like, this is the coolest rail I've ever been to, you know, like it's such a stinker. And I knew it was the rail for the fakey 5 acid. And I was like, I told Sam, because he was usually the person that I'm like, I'm going to do this trick. Like, it's like this dumb trick that I'll never tell anybody, you know, because it sounds, if you tell someone you're going to do a fakey 5 acid, it's like, okay, like you're just dreaming. I don't know, you know, like you almost sound dumb.
You can't even picture it because you don't see anyone do that.
Yeah, you just kind of sound dumb. So I didn't want to tell anybody. I told him, and then like 2 years had gone by of me just like, you know, when you're sitting up at night and you're imagining a trick and you just can't sleep and it's like 2:30 and you need to work. Like that was that trick for me. It just ate at me. And Sneaky was in town. Like 20 people were in town. Walker was there. Howie was there. I don't know. So many people were there, and we were just skating. I was like, good. Like Walker's here. Howie's here. We're not going to go to any down rails. Like I don't have to worry about this. And Corey, of course, Sneaky, was like, oh, I want to go to that rail. It looks super fun. And I didn't know we were going to it. We were headed to it. Sam looks over at me. He's driving, and he's like, he smiles at me. And he's like, you ready to do the fakey 5 acid? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, we're going there, man. Today's the day. And I was like, no, like it hit me. I was just like full anxiety, you know, like I just stopped talking at that point. And then we get there. Sneaky does like a full true top horn, full cab out for Walker. So good. And then I just kind of sat there for like 45 minutes. I didn't even grind the rail, and I was just kind of panicking. And I finally got myself to just fakey 5, and I tried it, and I almost locked. And I was like, oh shit, I can do this. And then I like walked back up the stairs, still like panicking. And then I did fakey 5 acid. I think it was second or third try. I do fakey 5 acid, and then I 3 out, like because of the momentum. And I roll for like 10 feet, and I slide on my ass. And I was like, so discouraged. Like, why couldn't I just flex or do anything to hold my body up? And then after that, I just started eating shit like pretty bad and like just getting tired. I could feel I couldn't jump as high, you know. I remember one of the times I like stick my leg in between it and it like flips me around.
That one's in the edit.
But yeah, I remember just getting hurt and just like trying to keep the adrenaline going and just getting up right away. And then, it just like happened one time. I was really happy because the one I actually did, my feet, we like frame by framed it. They actually lock at the same time. Cause like the way I would do it, my feet, you know, like do a backslide in the air. It's like I'm doing a fakie 450 backslide acid in the air, but it actually locked at the same time. So it was like a real fakie 5 acid. There wasn't like a backslide.
Yeah, it wasn't like a poor backslide.
I was very like, I couldn't believe. Yeah, I was happy.
You should, man. Yeah, it was.
And then I was stoked too because like everyone was in town and it was like another celebration of like, a good times with the boys.
That's a hug trick.
It's funny hearing about this one after hearing about the 360 topsoul. Just it's like the same kind of like day where you're getting surrounded by the people that should see it and you got to do it and you get it done. It's pretty sick, man.
Yeah, it was good times.
Well, we've been at this for almost 2 hours or a little over.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah,
dude, this was an honor. You guys are great. I haven't met you in person, but you guys are awesome.
You too, man. I look forward to seeing you at some point.
Yeah, hopefully our paths cross in the near future.
Hopefully this summer.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, we'll see. But do you have any parting words for the humans of the rollerblading community?
Just have fun. Stop being so serious. I critique myself and others, and we need to maybe do that a little less and just have fun because everyone at the end of the day is just like producing free content, you know? It's like we're all just doing it out of love. But yeah.
Well said, brother.
Beautiful.
Yeah, take care, you guys.
You too.
You have a great one. Peace.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Peace out.